Okay, ready?
Already here, they'll audible to something else. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Lance now to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
After the interception, here's Smith. And complete to Smith and Jigma. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A gain of 3, second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
13X.
Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Walker is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Geno now to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Disley from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Lance on the bootleg. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Off of play action, here's Lance. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards. They lulled him to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. This is the tight end fan. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play, to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Smith going to move him around. They'll try for the first with Walker. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Myers' kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
$10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
49ers nothing.
Set, hunt. Set.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's caught out right by Jennings. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 47 yards. And the Niners have cut it back within a score.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Seahawks 10, 49ers 7. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Here's Moore. He will return it.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Hey, here we go, hey.
From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 9. They'll run the toss to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because
no chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the 50, it's Smith. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Thurl, that got in there to bring him down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Here we go.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Geno. And he's got Smith-Njigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 25 yards for the touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good to make it 17-7. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to... Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Smith. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Back deep, Ray McLeod. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To throw, it's Lance. And his throw here is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Lance. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Now Gino on 1st down. Finding Walker complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 38 yards. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's go. Line
of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Fighting through pressure. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Ready.
A final shot before half for Lance. Looking deep for Jennings. And this one is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 2. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. He hits his target, Lockett. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Smith. Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ready?
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. One of the best of the last decade or so. Bobby Wagner in to bring him down. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
The Lance going to throw.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here's Lance to throw it.
This will be caught. It's Samuel. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Niners get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Geno.
That is taken in by the tight end Fan.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Set, ready.
Lance on the option left, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over, because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Lance now on 1st down.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. That one goes for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Ready.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Set.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his passes.
pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given them a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Ready.
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This from 32 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Smith. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. The drive will start with an option going left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Give Uchenna-Nwosu the credit for the stop. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Okay, ready?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Lance now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tariq Woolen puts it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now Lance on the bootleg. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Desperation time here. Lance able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here we go. Set.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6.
Set. Go.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. This is caught. Touchdown. Trey Lance finding Deebo Samuel. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
This crowd, boy, in a state of shock. What was once safely in hand is now a tie game as the kick is away here. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. A good pickup there at 22.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Slow ball. Sunday.
From the gun, here's Smith. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. To the right side, this is Walker. And he'll take this to the 46.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. This is the tight end fan. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Sunday.
Up the middle, here's Walker. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Smith. Throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go. First and goal. Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Ray McLeod to return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here we go.
This is 1st and 10. Now Lance. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
97. Ready.
Here's Lance. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
Lance looking to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Smith now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Now Smith. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long.
Check 59, Cobra. Look, Jack's left.
Smith. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. McLeod to return it. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
Lance back to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties, you're not going to hold corners with any looks because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.